All right, here we are again. We're now on to dephemerember 16, shaker tag and moon dust. I have an idea. Because I was trying to brainstorm a little bit and I'm hoping it works, and I can't wait. Also, I'm already using my little bookmarks, not gonna lie. So fun. So, tags, moon dust. So here's what I'm thinking for my moon dust, because it's my colors. So black, and then silver, gold, and red. And this is more glitter. These are like those little kind of tiny little ball beady things. So these are going to go inside the shaker tag once we get to that point. Next, I have tag punch out because I'm going to use that to make this go a little faster. Then I have this. This is Imperial Rome transparent overlays of archaeological sites from its origins to the present day. This is what is cool about this book. So it has transparencies in it. So I'm going to go ahead and use my punch to cut out certain areas for, I'm hoping it'll work, I haven't tried it yet, to make these tags from. So I'm very excited about this. And so I'm going to use the areas that are really open, because not all of these have, like this could be really cool over here. Maybe not some, well, even over here might be really fun. So I'm going to utilize this little book for that. The other option I thought about doing too just now is, what if I layered them together? So if I cut the background to go with its transparency, and have the shaker stuff inside it. I don't know. That's a good thought too. I must to think on that, but we will see what happens. Maybe we'll try a couple here and a couple there. All right, so that is what that book is for. This book then, I was thinking the background behind the stuff about Rome, roses, goes with our theme. Oh, look, I have a bookmark. And these would make great tags. Now, they will have to be backed, unless I just want to leave them as roses. I'm on the fence. So some of them, I will see if I can try and arrange them so that they have writing space, because I was thinking about that, but then I'm like, it's a shaker tag. It could just be fun, and it could have flowers on both sides. Why not? But we also have to stick to our theme. That's why I thought the roses would be good. And then I feel like architecture stuff, which is what I was thinking for the stuff on Rome, kind of fits with the theme too. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start breaking down these so that I can get to the roses to cut them out. And then I'm going to pull some of these out, and I will, once I get them prepped, then I'll come back and do a few and then do the rest. So I'm going to get pages prepped before I keep going. Okay. I pulled some pages out. I didn't do all of them because I'm like, it's going to be a lot if I do it that way. And I had some thoughts and I wanted to talk through them with you guys. So I cut a couple of them out using my tag punch, and I'm thinking like that could be amazing. So that one I'm thinking there. And then this one, maybe like this. And I think that could be cool. Now the shaker part is going to be behind there, so it's not always going to be able to be seen, but I think it could be really interesting. So I think what I'm going to have to do is take a pencil and outline this so I know where I'm going to punch it or cut it out, just so I get them lined up properly, because I want them to be the same size. And then I was thinking, do I want to have them all this size, or do I want to make a few a little bit bigger? Because as I was looking at the little transparencies, I thought to myself, this could be really interesting if I made a few of them a little bit bigger. So I might do that. But so this is the next step then, is trying to decide what we're going to use. So those two are going to go there, like so. And then move my little bookmarks here out the way. And this friend. So some of these, as you can see, have a lot of space. So that would be really cool in front of one of those roses. But then the other side, not as much. So it's going to be hard to say. But that could look really big, nice as a big one on a darker page. So let's take a look and see if we can find a page that it'll look really nice with. See, that could be really cool. Or like partially. So I think what I'm going to do is kind of figure out some of these sizes a little bit first, and then so like that could be there, and then this could be a slightly bigger tag, so I might do that. So yes, it's a little bit more intensive than I thought it was going to be, but that's what I do apparently. So let's go, because I'm going to lose some of that edge, which is fine, but I really like it like that. Okay, so right past this little person. And then do we want to put something else behind there? Like, I think that could be kind of cool if we can see what it is. So that one can go there. And I need to cut this in more of a tag form, but at least that's a quick little option. Ooh, hello. Hello, friend. You're pretty. Like, I think that could be really cool. We just have to find the right rose, I think. Oh, that's nice. That cuts into that big orange one, and I really want that orange one for something. Okay, so maybe we'll find, I'm sure we'll find another one that will work. So the next step that I'm going to do then is I am going to just keep going and getting these sorted where I think it will be best. And I may end up cutting backs on some of them first and then cutting the plastic to fit, so, and vice versa. So I'm going to line them up, make some marks, and then just go from there. So it's going to be a continued little thing. So I think what I might do is with this one, cut out the flower first. So I'm following all of that, and then I will cut this to shape. So I'll do one with you guys, and then probably I'll just stop and work on these and listen to my book for a little bit. So first off, let's do that. I feel like that's going to be close. Not perfect, but good enough. Let's instead do this way. Might leave this a little, no, I'm going to cut that there because that edge, yeah, right on that. And on this side, I'm going to do the same thing. because we need to have an edge to glue things, and that's the other thing that I didn't really think about, but we do have to glue these guys together at some point. So let's get this friend sorted. Oh, that is like the almost exact correct size. I love that for us. I love that for us. All right, so I'm going to get this edge trimmed and this edge trimmed. Do it this way because I know it's close there. Oh, hold on. Okay. Okay, perfect. So that is exactly what I want. And then we'll do rounded corners or something to make it more like a tag. And now we have this friend yet that we can use if we wanted to, although it only has this here and up here. So I might just set it aside for other things. All right, so that's what I'm going to keep doing, and then we'll move on to the next step. All right, so I got all of them cut out, and now we're going to move on to the next step. So I cut them all out so they matched. And then, so I have both sides, found things that went with everybody, and then got them all cut out. And now the next step. So in order to make a shaker tag, you need some space. It kind of depends on what kind of shaker you want to do, but I wanted some space in between these. So the next thing I'm going to do is take some foam tape. And oh, and I also notched out the edges to make them more tag shaped, like you do, because these are supposed to be tags, right? Shaker tag. Yeah, so they're shaker tags. Now next, I am going to very carefully, I have to make sure I'm doing this, put foam tape all the way around the edge of these. Now, one thing I did not think about was that in some cases you were going to see the foam tape sticking out, which it's not the end of the world. It's really not. However, it doesn't make them quite as neat as I would wish them to be. Because you can see that foam tape underneath. I don't hate it, but I have an idea once we get them put together to maybe make like a little border around them. So this is what I'm doing. I'm just taking the foam tape and I am trimming it to fit. And of course, now that I'm doing it this way, it's misbehaving slightly. Come on. So you want to make sure there are no gaps at all anywhere when you are doing this, because if you don't, your glitter or whatever you put inside them may try to escape. And we don't want escaping stuff. Okay. The other thing, normally with tags I would put like a little eye, like an eyelet and stuff like that in them, but with these friends, not so much, because that's another spot that would be kind of a pain in the butt to work with. So I am just getting them so that they have a nice tight fit, and I'm trying to make the border as neat as possible as I'm doing this. And it was funny So I worked ahead a little bit because I knew this is going to be the next stage. So I saved one left to show you guys on camera here, because I wanted to make sure that I didn't miss anything in my recording today. That being said, I ran out of foam tape. So luckily we were going out to dinner with friends tonight. So on our way home, I stopped at the Dollar Tree really quick to grab some more tape. And their foam tape is thicker than mine, which is interesting. Okay, so that is the next step in making these. So we cut out our backs, we cut out our fronts, and now I'm going to layer these together. But we need to put some stuff in the shakers. But before we do that, I've decided with these three little friends, I don't want to make them shakers because they're so close to the edge. Like this one, I'm going to lose all of that for the shaker, and I just like this peeking out behind here. So I'm just going to glue these together really quick because I like them as is. So I'm going to glue this. And maybe I will sew them later. I don't know. I am on the fence on that one. So I'm just going to glue these friends together because I like the layered look. I was showing them to my partner after we got back from dinner and stuff because I had been talking about what I had been working on. And so I showed him what I had going on, and he really liked the roses peeking out behind stuff. So then when I was looking at them, I decided that it might be kind of fun just to leave some of them as is. So that is what I decided to do, is just leave a couple of these friends just as they are, because I think they're really cute. And it's different. It's something very, very different. I haven't seen anything specifically like this before. That doesn't mean somebody else hasn't had this idea, because they probably have, but that's kind of the way things happen in junk journaling. There's so many people that do it and come up with fantastic ideas and get inspired from each other and think about what they specifically have, because everybody has different supplies too. That's the beauty of this, I think, in this art that we do, is that there are so many options and so many things out there that people can make. And it's absolutely amazing to me how creative people are. All right, so we just have a couple of cute little tags that we made too. So there you go. Now, the fun part. Okay. So I think I need to do one at a time because I am worried that I will have issues. So what I'm going to do is, I did a prototype earlier today because I was like, I want to make sure these are going to work the way that I want them to work. So I am just going to pull this off now because I waited the last time until after I had put all of the little glitter and stuff in here before pulling these off, and that was a mistake because I was fighting with it, trying to get it to behave itself. So here's what I'm going to do. Since this is really thick, this is what we're going to do. We're going to put some of our stuff in here. So here's some gold, and here's some red, because remember, we're making, this is our moon dust. Okay, so red moon, gold moon, silver, a little bit of silver for the stars and the sky, a little shaker, and some black for the night when the moon is shining bright. I'm really curious to see what other people are going to do for theirs. So this is a different shape glitter. These are like the little flat ones. And then I thought, since it's so big, we could put, we love it, so we're going to put some hearts in this one, because why not? All right, next. Okay, this is the challenging bit. We have to get this to line up, and we don't want to bump it around too much. So I'm going to try and see if I can line it up on the bottom very carefully. And, oh, come on, friend. Okay. And then push this down really well. It was not exact, but it was pretty darn good. Pretty happy with it. Give it a good press. Hope to heaven. Wish on the moon. And then, oh, I might have put too much in this one. There it goes. Now it's shaking around. So, and it makes a fun sound. It is like kind of going around. Okay, so a little bit less next time in there. And it will kind of sometimes get stuck to things and whatnot, but makes a fun sound. We can still shake it around. And this one has hearts in it. Maybe too many hearts this time. So I put some confetti in there. Okay, so this is next up. This is what we have to do now for the rest of these fun friends. So I have them all layered up, ready to go. And you can see I have used some various types of tape here. So we're going to do the same thing on each and every one of these. So I will probably be fast forwarding a bunch through this stuff too. We'll do another one here, and then we'll move on to next steps, I think. Or I'll do a couple on camera. I don't know. It's so hard to say because it's like I don't know necessarily what all people want to see. Do they want to see me do every single one? Not see every single one. Okay, so this one, we're going to see some stuff in the top and we're going to see some stuff in the bottom. So I'm still sticking with my silver. And my gold. And the red. So I like the little beads, I think, more. I wish I had them in black, but I don't. So let's go with a little bit of that. Okay, I'm gonna have to turn it the other way and be gentle. Okay. And then a little bit of this. Oh. And let's put a couple things in here. I have some stars. So there's a star. Ooh, there's a gold star. There's another silver star. Okay, so we put a couple of little goodies in there. Oh, hang on. I have one of these big stars too. Let's put this friend in here as well. Okay, now we're going to try and get this on here. So you see what I was talking about with the border around the edge. So I have an idea about that. So I might be trying that here in a minute or two. You know, I don't hate that that one got stuck up there. That star was a little thick, but it's okay. That big star. I like that this other star is kind of sliding around. Can still hear it, which is fun. Nothing's leaking. And that's good. Okay, so here was my other thought with these. And I have some washi. And I thought, what if I had like a little washi border around it? Because they're not going to ink very well. They're not going to stay very well. I have this red marble. Oh, no, friend. Behave. Now lining it up straight is going to be a challenge as well, because I would like to wrap it around, but let's see what we can do first. Okay, sometimes it's easier to do it this way. That is not even. This might be way too fiddly for me to deal with, but I guess we will find out. So I'm going to cut this here. Stay there, friend. And bring it up. Okay, that is cute though. I do like it. So, so we'll just cut some little sections here like this. I love this, how it's looking, but I'm not gonna lie, guys. It is late and I'm not gonna have time to do these all on camera for you. So I will finish this one, I think, and then move on to the next thing. But this is essentially what we're doing for these shaker tags. And okay, that looks so much better with that frame around it, though. It really does. This might be like, since it's, you know, compartmental making, this is going to be sitting down and finishing these, maybe when I'm watching a show or if I'm listening to my book or something like that. But you get the gist of it. That's what we're doing. So we're making shakers. Maybe I'll put the plastic on one more for you guys. And let's pick a really fun one that's got lots of open space, because I will show you what we got here. Oh, I've got a piece stuck to the back. Okay. So I'll show you these, and then we'll do our Tiny Tuesday after I do one more of these friends. Okay, so that's got a lot of space in it. So that's going to look like that. This one has a big amount. I'm worried about that top bit because I ran out of the foam tape, like I said. So I put glue up there thinking I could make like a dam. This one, we're not going to see very much. Just some stuff down here, but it's going to make noise. This one is going to be cool, like so, because there's going to be lots of space there. This one, maybe this one, I'll pick this one, maybe. This one or that one. Although this one's really fun too. Maybe I'll do this one. Let's do this one. Or this beautiful friend. Let's do this one because it's so open. Like a lot of these are going to be really, really cool once they're done. And then a couple of these, I use the actual background. So that is going to be the background from the things. So it's basically like a three-dimensional situation there. So then the stuff will slide in between, which I think is really cool. And the same with this one too. And that's got a lot of open space in the background. So I think what I'm going to do is let's just put the shaker stuff in one more. Let's do this friend, because I'm excited to see how that one turns out. So what do we want to put inside of there? Something really fun. See, even like sitting there, that one looks really pretty, like in the little spots. And that border really makes it though. So I definitely am going to put that border around everybody because I think it looks super cool. So get this off, and there we go. Now, what do we want to put in here? So that's a big space. So we're going to stick to our gold and some silver. And I'm not going to do red since we have the red rose this time. So here's some of the black. I'm just going to do that black, and then I have another star. Let's put one more star. And then I have some little rhinestones, but I want to get them flipped the correct direction when I put them in here, because they're almost like little stars too. I'm hoping they're thin enough. These are leftover from diamond art, by the way. If you have somebody in your family that does diamond art and they have extra little beadies left over, this is a perfect task for those beads. Make some little shaker tags out of them. Okay, so a couple of those. And I think that's good. I think that's fun. Maybe one more. And one of these little tiny stars. The tiny stars I thought were fine. They just have to be the right direction, because if they're flipped over, it's not going to work. Do I have one more of those little stars? Not the big ones, the little ones. Perfect. Okay. All right, let's get this friend in here. Static. Beautiful. All right, we got it. We got it. We got it. We got it. Nice and lined up. We only had one bead trying to escape over here on the border. It's totally fine. All right. Doesn't that look so pretty? It's so fun. Okay, these are probably the funnest shaker tags that I've made. I'm not gonna lie. Rabbit is having a fun with his box he's chewing on in his cage. So you're gonna hear nibbles and chews. Okay, so that's those. That's what I'm gonna do with those friends, is add some more. I'm gonna close these so they don't spill. And next, zippity quickity. Ba 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 ba. Tiny Tuesday. Because we have to, friends. Tiny Tuesday. What are we doing? So I think let's, oh my goodness, Pixie the Bun. I'm going to bring her in because I have been wanting to use her. So let's use her today. And I'm going to trim the edge of this really quickly. She's going to go there. We need something else behind here. And I think we're going to do something really simple today. Or maybe not. Kind of. Okay, really quick. Oh my gosh, my rabbit is so loud today, guys. I am so sorry. He is just having a time over there, just living his best life. Living his best life. I'm about ready to take that away from him. He is so loud. My goodness. All right, this is black gesso. This is a semi-clean paintbrush. Black gesso actually dries really fast, so I think we can get this done pretty quick. Okay, see, that fast. That's done, and now I'm, see, it's almost dry already. Something to blot. Okay. Oh my goodness. This is the second time I've used glitter glue in this book already. I'm just grabbing stuff on my desk. That is all I'm doing today. And I have a thought. I have these little stars. And I think they're great. I'm going to use them. So, there. Do I have a couple more? Me too. Let's just put 3. And I'm going to put a tiny dot of glue with my tiny glue bottle, which is hiding behind my beverage, my adult beverage that I'm having. This is kind of more cutesy than I'm normally used to making too, but so the story of this sticker is that my son got it when he was at the doctor. He saw it in their sticker things and he got it for me because he thought I would like it. And he said, you can use this for one of your journal books. Stop moving. Okay, that'll dry there. Okay, now I need something really light colored and bright. Let's see if this yellow will show up on here. This is mustard seed. Haha, it does. Perfect. Yay. All right, I think that one's done, guys. I don't know what else to do. So I feel like that might be it. It's a little different than anything I've done lately. And like I said, it's a little cutesy, but feeling the vibe with all the light colors, and maybe it's a contrast from all of the kind of dark stuff I've been having to do for dephemerember. I mean, even though it's dark, but I was thinking about like, yeah. Anyway, let me come up close so you guys can see this. Is it the most fast case I've ever made? Nah, it's not, but it is cute. She fun. It'll look better when it says dry too. So anyway, there you have it. So we have done dephemerember. What is this one? 16. Shaker tag and moon dust. And then we did our Tiny Tuesday. So there you go, guys. I hope you enjoyed this and have a fantastic day. And don't forget, art with your heart. Bye.